Alright guys, this is just a video to show you fellow reefers out there how a reef keeper from Digital Aquatics can save your reef and basically keep it from having a complete tank die off due to temperature issues. As you can see right now, my reef keeper light is in alarm mode and it's blinking and beeping. I was just sitting here on the couch and all of a sudden, boom, my lights go off, everything turns off, and the alarm kicks on and it starts blinking. I'm like, uh-oh. And what happened was I installed a protective screen mesh. It's really hard to see it, but it's basically right there. You can barely see it, and that's to keep the wrasses from jumping out or any other fish that feels like it wants to be a jumper and commit suicide. That's the only spot they can get out, right there when the lid is closed. And what happened was, when I was installing it, my cooling fan, which is right there over the overflow, I had to turn it off. I manually turned it off to install the mesh so that I didn't get my finger whacked off in there. And I forgot to turn the thing back on auto so that it'll kick in when it gets above 79 degrees. And basically what happened was that allowed my tank to heat up beyond the accepted temperature range that I told it. So anywhere from 77 to 79 is okay with me. 80 is acceptable, but I've got the alarm set at 82. So if it gets to 82 degrees, there's a problem. That's not critical. As you can see, my fish and everything are still doing good. But what happens is the reef keeper kicks in and it'll kill my lights. It'll kill everything that's running other than my return pump. I made it so that it kills everything but my return pump to dramatically reduce heat. And it'll kick my fan on at 79. So if I ever had an issue, this thing will save my tank. It pretty much just did. And I turned my lights back on manually, but the temperature drops really fast. You know, these canopies right here, you want to try and vent them so that the heat can get out. I didn't really vent this one much because I'm running T5 lighting, especially if you're running metal halide lighting or something like that. All your pumps are going to contribute to heat. Every single motor, almost anything that you add to your tank is going to contribute to heat. I don't have a chiller. That's the dramatic scenario where you have to add a chiller. But for T5 systems, you really shouldn't need one. You're probably definitely going to need a fan, though, if you have any real good lighting. And a sterilizer like this. That sterilizer is awesome. I cannot be more happy than that with that thing. Everything in my tank is doing great. All my new fish. This is day number 3. My sailfin was kind of backing that ass up on my powder brown a little bit. And now they're best buddies. You know, they get along real good now. I got my exquisite fairy wrasse is still really, really timid. He wants to come out, but he's afraid of Melly. That's my Hovens wrasse or tail spot wrasse, whatever you guys want to call him. He's swimming around. He doesn't really do any damage, but he flashes at him a little bit, and it scares the crap out of him, even though the exquisite fairy wrasse could beat the hell out of him. He's really, really skittish. He's scared of my freaking clowns. But anyways, that's just to show you guys how beneficial these reef keepers can be. It's $100 and you're up and running with a reef keeper. And you think about your timers and stuff like that, you're going to go out and buy 2-3 timers for your lighting and stuff like that. There's 4 outlets right here that are independently controllable, and that alone, if you take the timers and add them up, you're gonna have about $100 probably for some good timers alone. You may as well just go and get a reef keeper at that rate for $100. That'll get you started. It also comes with a temperature controller. You can control any hardware that you want with the temperature via temp. So I got that cooling fan hooked up, so that'll kick in automatically. Look at that. They're playing. Man, tangs are awesome. Here's exquisite fairy wrasse. Ah, he's hiding again now. He's just really, really shy. We call him Squizzy. But anyways, that's just an example right there of just how these reef keepers can be lifesavers. They could be lifesavers. Well, not our lives, but your fish and your corals' lives. It'll save them. They call them reef keepers because that's what they do. They keep your reef. And as you can see, it got up to almost 82 degrees, and approximately 5 or 10 minutes ago, I added these fans. I opened my hood, put 2 fans on there. I manually threw this one on just to help cool it down. You can throw some ice cubes in there. You want to make sure that they are RO ice cubes. That's kind of a pain in the ass. You gotta buy RO water, whatever, if you don't have an RO system, and then freeze it. That's for dramatic situations. You can do that. Chiller is the ultimate solution, but shouldn't need one if you're doing T5 lighting. But yeah, just those 2 fans I added, opening the hood and adding those 2 fans, the temperature is dropping. It's already down a half a degree in 10 minutes. So yeah, it's real nice to have one of those. So you guys, I would highly advise you to look into them. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye.